Last time, the battle had begun. Sayaka helped the protagonist to get in front of the crystal. Hikari is taking on Yuzuki just to keep her at bay. How will this battle end? Well, only one way to find out. They're both out there risking their lives for me. I can't let them down. I stare down the crystal and try my best to ignore the headache that thumps like a jackhammer. Naturally, it's the most intense it's ever been. But I can't let the pain get to me. This is nothing! I can just about make out a human-like form embedded within the crystal. Though I can't make out any discerning features. You. This is all your fault. Because of you. Sayaka and Hikari are hurt. It's unforgivable! I hold up my right hand and pull my sleeve. Drawn on the back of my hand is a supposedly mystic symbol, something that Sayaka and Hikari had scribed on the night previously. They said this should help me drawing. How about drawing out any power that might lie dormant in me, if I'm inexperienced enough to not be in full control of myself. So it's sort of like a siphon that can bring up magic with ease. I give the hand a flex, and the symbol glows. Okay, so far so good. Now I just have to steady my nerves. I'm sure what's going to happen when I do this, but I have to be prepared. I can't stand around hesitant forever though. Not with everything going on around me. Sayaka. Hikari. I can do this! I thrust my hand out and make contact with the crystal. There's an immediate response as a violent current jolts through me. That's fine though. It was to be expected. No problem. It hurts, but I felt worse. Is this the best you've got? I press my hand in deeper into the crystal surface. The pain gradually grows stronger, and a terrified shriek floods my ears. It's not from any of the girls in the cavern. It's from her. She knows what's about to happen. Well, she can cry all she wants, but nothing's going to change a damn thing. In the midst of all the chaos, I need to clear my mind. Filter all those noise. Yeah, you do it, you say. Do the clear mind to do a... what do you call it? Advanced synchro summon. Oh, damn it, what's the name of that synchro summon? Whatever. A near impossible task with that current state of things, but I have to try. From what I was told, magic is controlled mostly through thought. Spells need to be efficient, created within the mind. Apparently those with vivid imaginations are often the kind that excel with these sorts of things. I'm not sure if I've ever been much of a creative type, but there's a first for everything. I need to envision a prison, a closed-off space, something unbreakable closed off from the outside world, something to secure that this will never happen again. And then I bind that prison, just like my ancestor did before me, with my own soul. I have to tie myself to all of this, and remain the only key capable of unlocking it. I'm not sure if it's working, but the pain is rising with each passing moment I spend connected to this thing. I feel faint. I might pass out at any moment, but I have to stand strong. I grit my teeth and let out a pain groan. Why isn't this working? Am I not imagining the spell correctly? I'm sure I had it done perfectly. I continue to repeat the process, my strength sapping rapidly as I struggle to keep upright. It's no use. This is completely futile. No matter how hard I try, nothing seems to change. Maybe I lack the magical capacity. Capability, Hamlin, guys. You're just doing all sorts of fuck-ups today, aren't you? Ugh, damn it! In a fit of rage, I clench my free hand into the fist and give the cursed crystal a good punch. In response in turn, I let out one final jolt of magic through my body before the pain dies down. As does the screaming. The resealing has been completed. So you mean to tell me, just from a fit of rage and punching the crystal, it's going to be sealed back up, huh? Punch it! That's the solve for everything. What is this, One Punch Man? You're kidding me. All I had to do was punch the damn thing? Oh, I don't. Wait, I remember now, from what I was taught that night. While most magic could be done with just a dominant hand, in some cases, like sealing, the other hand was required to complete the circuit and let the magic properly flow. I wonder if did I forget something as simple as that such a crucial time? Because you weren't taught this, you don't go to magic school. This is a da! I'm such an idiot. I almost feel like laughing. In fact, ha. Okay, a little too sinister, but whatever. Having perhaps finally lost it all after all the things I have been subjected to in these recent days, I let out a feeble laugh as I topple over backwards, the strength drained from me completely. And as darkness takes over, I pass out, at least safe in the knowledge of that I did it. I actually won! Darkness! Here I am, back in my dreams. And there's nothing here. She's gone! For good this time, I hope. Maybe now I can start to have more normal dreams, and start to live out a more normal life again. I roam the vast void with nothing to fear this time. Peace. At last. I slowly come to my senses. I'm on a cold, rough, uneven surface. Stones scatter as I try to move my legs. Where am I? I don't. I squint through a harsh light to try and make sense of things. A cheerful voice chirps, rousing me to my senses. It could be none other than... Do-do-do-do-do-do! Sayaka. I mutter her name as I seem too good to be true. She's bent over me, offering a helping hand with the sweetest smile I've ever seen. Things were looking bleak back then, but I never should have doubted she wouldn't pull through. I'm so happy she's okay that I just about fight back to urge to cry. Sayaka, did I? She beams as she takes a hold of my hand and gently props me up at sitting position. Wait, you were worried about me? I thought for sure those monsters were. I couldn't even see you. Oh goody, you pulled a hunter from WoW. Feint attack! Sayaka. She scrubs at the back of her head and gives me the same goofy grin. This girl. I really was worried about you. If anything happened to you, I don't know what I would have. It seems words aren't getting through to her, so... I wrap my arms around her and pull her into a tight embrace. It isn't enough just to be able to see her again. I wanted to make sure she was really there. I'm glad you're okay. She seems to be lost for words as her arms hang limply by her sides. She really making this awkward for me? She brings her arms up and returns the hug, squeezing me in a similar tight embrace. Maybe too tight. She stifles a go-go as she nestles into my shoulders. Wait, that's a point. I'll pull back from the hug. Hikari! Is she okay? Sayaka tilts her head, looking confused for a moment. And Yuzuki? She musters up a small smile which instills some amount of hope in me. I do as I instructed and follow along almost hand in hand before we come to our senses. One, okay. Hikari is standing guard, Her sword drawn as she keeps the sharp end pointing firmly at a very tattered Yuzuki. While unconscious, it doesn't look like Yuzuki is badly hurt. She's breathing steadily, and I don't see too much damage beyond the cosmetic stuff. Yep, she seems fine. There isn't a scratch on her, and she's as lively as ever. Sayaka hides nothing and grins sheepishly, rocking on her heels as she does so. Hikari furrows her brow, and faint traces of her anger visibly crosses her forehead. I think she pieced it together. Yuzuki begins to stir from her slumber, forcing attention on her as Sayaka and Hikari stands ready for the worst. Hello. So let me get this straight. She was unconscious, and you didn't make any mention that her top was completely shredded to pieces, and that her bottom section was also torn to seeing her underwear. Come on, dude. Ay ay ay. More fan service. At least it's not weirdly censored. But that face says it all. She winces and gives us all an intense look over. Slower, she comes to a realization of what happened. Watashi no nakate. I totally butchered that, but watashi wa. I have!
彼女は言ってしまった。私の女王は存在を感じられない。
She seems a lot more subdued now. The madness is gone and it's in place. All I can see is a sad girl. One that was misguided.
欲しかったのに。もうちょっとだったのに。
She thumps a feeble fist against the floor. There's no strength left at all.
勝って満足。ちょっと、あなたの命を救ってあげたのよ。感謝しなさい。あなたにもし力が残っていたら真っ二つにするところだわ。そうしてくれればよかったのに。もう生きてる理由もない。もう終わりよ。
The feels. The feels. Like I said, I understand where she's coming from. Don't say that! I can't stand aside any longer while she puts herself down like this. I push past Sayaka and Hikari to face her. Yuzuki meets me with some surprise in her eyes, but it quickly turns to the same look of defeat she had moments ago.
なぜ本当のことでしょう。私は一人でいたくなかったから彼女に全てを捧げることにした。彼女は私が聞きたかったことを話してくれた。もし私が彼女を助けていれば、
Okay.
みんなが私に従っていたわ。はあ？バカバカしいにも程があるわ。
Okay, I just have one complaint. Generally, in this type of situation, a manipulated character does not realize it that quickly, but since this is a Sakura title, enough said!
バカバカしいなんて分かってるわ。私はただ友達が欲しかっただけなんだもん。
Oh.
何かに取りつかれてるみたいだった。自分がしてることに疑問さえ抱かないで。
Well.
普通なら思いもよらないことでもしていたわ。
Despair is a very powerful emotion, unfortunately. So she isn't a bad person, just misguided, and did the wrong things for an innocent enough goal. I can't help but feel sorry for her, for things to have ended up this way.
敵がなくなった今、どうして生きる必要がある？もうダメよ。なるほど、なるほど。
Sayaka cups a hand to her chin and nods to herself, as if intensely thinking about what she's been told.
この状況を解決するすごく簡単な方法がある。本当に？うん。
Sayaka bounces forward and extends a hand to Yuzuki, a bland smile upon her face. Yuzuki is taken aback by the sudden gesture, but not as much as Hikari. Okay, I was a little slow to read that, but I just kind of grinned because, like, yeah, friendship power!
え私たちが本気もちろんあなた悪い人には見えないもんちょっと間違えちゃっただけでね彼女は私たちを殺そうとしたのよ
Oh, come on.
悪い人間じゃないなんて
Let her be Goku, come on!
そんなのは昔のこと光だって私を殺そうとして私をからかってる違う私もケンタも光だってあなたと友達になれて嬉しいの
Oh, hell, Sayaka. Sure, I have no problems with that.
私はまだ
Sayaka twists her head to meet Hikari in the most unnatural fashion, her smiling widening. It's like something out of a horror movie. So you mean the Joker grin?
分かったわあなたたち
Yuzuki doesn't know how to process this. Her face flickers through a range of emotions before she settles on a smile, the faint trace of tears bubbling up in the corner of her eyes.
私にはそんな価値がないどうして優しくするのね友達にふさわしいもふさわしくないもないのそんなこと誰も気にしてないよ友達はねただ友達だって
Truth! Truth! I'm not really sure if we should be fully overlooking the fact that she was Twisted Dark Angel before, but Sayaka still has a good point.
さあこんな洞窟にはおさらばして過去も置いてっちゃおう他のみんなは知らないけど私はもうクタクタなの
And so, after perhaps the most dramatic moments of my life, we all exit the cave with the hope that we'll never have to return. A long-lost evil was put back in its place and we made a new friend today. All in all, I'd say it's been a fairly eventful day. Thankfully, thanks to Yuzuki, we find an alternative way out of the cave that didn't involve squeezing ourselves into an impossibly small tunnel. I'm not sure I would have made the journey back if that were the case. I can actually think clearly now. The headaches are gone. For good, I hope. We emerge back into the forest, the warm, vibrant rays of the sun, a welcome change after being in the cave for so long. Sayaka bounds out a few steps ahead to take in a crisp air. Hikari and Yuzuki are trailing behind, seemingly still not comfortable with one another. I guess they'll always have the biggest rivalry during their encounters. She continues to read optimism as she takes in the sights, but I can't shake the one question that has been on my mind since we started this whole crusade. What happens now? I mean, did we just fix the one reason that you guys needed to be here? It seems she realizes what I mean as her smile shrinks, and it seems like the reaction answered my question for me. They both give me a solemn looks. I knew it. I didn't want to accept it, but I knew this was going to happen. That smile, that look, it cuts Hikari off mid-sentence as she changes her mind about things. I think I'm quickly learning who is the boss in this group. Oh god, she's more of an egotistical maniac than Nick is, and that's saying a lot. She trails off into a list of things she wants to do, as Hikari struggles to come to terms with their impromptu holiday. I'm guessing whichever top secret magic organization they belong to isn't going to be happy when they learn about this. Still, I'm somewhat relieved that they will be sticking around a bit longer, even if only for a while. While things have certainly been crazy these past few days, I definitely can't say I hated it all. The past, where things were trying to kill me, were bad, sure, but I really had lots of fun. I never really had much of a social life these days, so all these experiences have been pretty new to me in more than one way. They haven't just been my guardian angels, they've also been my twins. Damn good ones at that. Okay, so maybe Sayaka's jokes can be a bit much, and Hikari can be a little bossy at times. But that just adds to their charm. They pulled me into a completely new and unknown world when we first met, and I might have been just a tiny bit reluctant at first about accepting things. I wouldn't change any of these experiences for the world, though. I feel they've helped shape me into a better person, pull me out of whatever shell I might have been hiding away in these past years. I can't help but smile at my guardians break into an argument once more. I'm not even sure what started this time. I need to make sure I enjoy the little time I have left with them before they leave, probably for good. It's a bit depressing to know that this won't last forever, but then that's just all the more incentive to make the time count and create as many happy memories as possible. Yeah, you said it. You said it well. Happy memories. Light blinds the game. What now? Light! Room power! I wake up feeling better than ever. No headaches, no feeling of having dreamt something terrible. Just bliss. It's been about a week now since we resealed the Dark Queen, and true to their word, Sayaka and Hikari have stuck around. They continue to go to school, and we continue to hang out, making the most of the free time we have. They still insist on camping outside, though. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? There was really no need for that, since there haven't been any more monster attacks. Maybe they just got used to it. Or they're just as stubborn as ever. I don't know. I guess it's not that bad. I'm just surprised they haven't been caught yet. And when the time comes, I'm only going to say I told them so. There's a knock at my door. I wonder who it is. Sayaka, and giving me no time to react, she swings the door open and dances into my room. She looks almost disappointed with the results and let out a sigh. You're looking for ecchi. What is this? This isn't no hentai. Good morning, Sayaka? I finished doing my tie. Unfortunately for her, I am in fact fully dressed. Something of a rarity at this point of morning, but I've learned to be wary with her on the prowl. Maybe a little. Please don't. Sayaka breaks into hysterics before she begins to poke about my room. Lately she's been making it a habit to get me up in the mornings. I can't tell you how scared I was the first time to wake up with her peering over with the same grin. She says it's because she wants to make sure I'm not up on time. Fail. Come on, Hamlin, read what's on the screen. She wants to make sure I'm up on time for school, but I'm sure there must be other reasons behind it. In fact, I feel like we've grown a lot closer since the events at that cave. She's always been really friendly and affectionate, sure, but there's definitely been an increase in said friendliness and affection. At lunchtime, she's always grabbed me by the hand and dragged me into the cafeteria, whether I like it or not. And during our walks home, I can't help but feel like she's making a conscious effort to make us outpace Hikari. Maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know. No, you're not! And I can tell you why you're not. It's because of my decisions, which I'll get to when we get to the end. All I know is, hey, who said you could touch that? She pokes at my laptop, something she's always had her eye on every time she's been in here. Uh-huh. Huh? Right. But we're going to be late for school if you mess around. Wow. Oh my god. Seriously, if you password lock a folder, you're guaranteed to have something hidden. Sayaka! She swivels on the laptop around my way with a grin, a screen indeed blink. Oh. It's not classified as lying if I don't say anything. I meet her head on with a blank stare. She opens her mouth to say something, no doubt to tease me further. Hikari saves the day, her commanding voice enough to sound up the stairs and into my room. Saying that, she bounds out and down the stairs. I think she leaped the entire flight of them in one go. I shortly follow, and I'm met by two accidental house guests. Hikari and Izuki stand in the dining room at the awkward distance from another, yet still fully become friends. Much like Sayaka and Hikari, Izuki apparently has no qualms with breaking into my house while I sleep to wait for me to get up. When I think about it this way, it's a bit worrying. I just have to do the smart thing and ignore it. Good morning, guys. Hey now, why am I getting lumped in with her? I'm an innocent, pure-hearted boy! Yuzukimi greets me quietly, a faint smile on her face. Since we started hanging out, it's been a gradual process of her opening up more to us. Since she's still pretty quiet most of the time, and won't dive into many conversations, but I think she enjoys our company. It must be tough for her to adjust to things after she's finally obtained the friend she so desired all these years. I'm sure it won't be long until she hangs out of her shell, until she's out of her shell with Sayaka and Hikari at the helm, though. They seem to be able to bring out the best in people. I grate her back with a nod of my head, but my eyes are quickly fixed to Sayaka, who is heading somewhere dangerous. Oh no, you don't! She stops in her tracks, inches from the kitchen. Nope. You did, and I admire you for that, but it's just not happening. Ever again. I sidle past her and enter the kitchen myself. She gives me the usual pow, but like always, Izu melts away and her smile returns. She gives me a look that's impossible to say no to. Damn it! Ugh, fine. Just don't touch anything. She watches over my shoulder. Literally. Her head is resting on my shoulder. It makes it a bit more difficult to do things, but honestly, it's not bad. Sayaka lets out a content sigh, having devoured her meal in record time. I'm not even sure she has any time to taste with how fast she wolfs this stuff down.
に学校へ行きたがるなんて。
Hikari storms out on the front door, leaving the rest of us to scramble for our bags and shoes. Maybe one day I'll finally understand her.
Kenta, 冒険が待ってるよ。
Sayaka extends me a hand as Yuzuki shuffles on by. I wouldn't really call the test we have today an adventure.
テストなんてあるの？
Well, yeah, it's been mentioned every day this week. Don't tell me you. Hopeless. I can't help but smile.
大丈夫。答えがわからなかったら前を覗き込むから。とりあえず行こう。
She takes a firm hold of my hand and begins to drag me out of the house. Sayaka, wait, I don't even have my shoes on. And that, my friends, is the end of Sakura Angels. My overall review for the playthrough. Don't buy a Sakura title as a whole to get your money because it's so cheaply made, as you can see with some of my complaining of the translations. Now, why Sayaka was being clingy like that? Well, it's because of my decisions. Remember those choices I made. It's all dependent on what you do, and you can either have Hikari or Sayaka at the end of the battle, or both of them. But if we take a look at my gallery, the only two I do not have are Hikari and the both of them. It requires special conditions like doing half and half or doing all Hikaris. I'm not going to go back and go through them. But yeah, let's take one last look at all the panels. Panel. Panel. Oh, hello panel. More panels. I couldn't resist. I had to. I just couldn't. I know. Shame on me. Shame on me. Although I am kind of annoyed by one thing. Why are these out of order? It just makes no sense. Why? Why is it out of order? Oh yeah, that was weird. Weapons! Oh god, that face. Seriously, she's like Jughead. Where did she put it all? But yeah. That's Sakura Angels. What will I do for my next project? Only time will tell. Again, don't spend your money on Sakura titles. It is a trap. With that, we will end this epic saga that was done in a longer amount of time than what it should have been. Probably from all my talking. And I'm now dragging this out. So, yeah.